All right, let's talk about another really cool feature that will make your life easier using Format Painter. Now, you might have been in Word or Google Docs or OpenOffice and wondered what is this little paintbrush on the ribbon or on the toolbar for? Let me show you something. When we paint, you take a brush, you dip it in the paint that you want, and so now you have that color on the brush. And then when you use that brush on an object, it colors that object, whatever color you dipped it in the paint. Doesn't matter what color you use. If you use a different color, that brush still works the same. It takes the color that you dipped it in and applies it to the thing that you wiped the brush over. That, in a nutshell, is what that painter brush is for. Now let's look at it using actual words in an actual document. We've got two sentences here, and they're not quite the same. If you notice, that sentence on the top has a different font. And by looking at it, I can tell it's Times New Roman, sorry. And some of you out there might be very familiar with fonts and know that that is Times New Roman. So if I want the text on the bottom to be the same font as the text on top, typically what we do is we will select the text, go to the menu, click on the new font that we want, and voila, the change is made. Now let's take an example where the text on top, the sentence on top, now not only is it a different font, and it's a font that I don't recognize, I don't know what that is. I might have to go through the list and try 20 different fonts before I figure out what that is. It's a different color as well, font color, and it's a different size, I think. This can happen often, especially when you have a document you've gotten from somebody else and they've already formatted it, but you don't know what fonts or sizes or types that they're using. This is a case where Format Painter is awesome. So in this case, you would use the Format Painter to select the text. And what Format Painter does, at the same time it selects the text, it makes the change. Cool. So to actually use Painter, the first thing you need to do is click in the middle of any word that has the formatting that you already like. The first line, all animals are equal, has the formatting that I want to use. So I could just pick any of those words in there. I'll pick animals. Move your cursor somewhere in the middle of that word and click. And now I have selected that formatting. The next thing I need to do is to click the Format button. And it might look different depending on which program, but it always looks like some type of paint kind of utensil. So what I've done in effect is the same thing as if I took a paintbrush, stuck it in a bucket of paint, and pulled that brush out. Now that brush has the color of the paint that I selected. With Format Painter, you have just selected the style, the font, the color, the size of whatever you clicked on. Now, I need to select the words that I want to change. So notice now when I move my cursor in front of some words, I've got a little paintbrush attached to it. I'm going to select the words just like I would normally. Use your mouse and drag your cursor over the words, and they will automatically change to whatever you selected before. This is the same as if I take that paintbrush and actually wipe it over an object. That object now has the color. Don't make the mistake of thinking that this copies. Format Painter does not copy. That's the same as if you stuck a brush in a bucket and expected to make two boxes out of it. It doesn't do that. It copies the format, and format is how things look. shape, size, type of font, line spacing, color. Does not copy though. So to use Painter, click inside any word that you want that has the formatting that you want to use. Then select, use your mouse to wipe over all the other words that you want to change, and that change will automatically happen. You don't even need to know what the formatting originally was, you'll just copy it. Click on any of these to see exactly how to use Painter in these applications.